Yes.
Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depend on the locations where they watch this Ogbonge broadcast from. We salute every one of you with better style. How una day? I hope everything is soft on our side. Yes, we know say yesterday, a very celebration day to us. When our amiable daughter, our amiable barrister Osifo, Bishop will introduce her well later. We take talk to us, and we let you know say Ogimado ewe omo no we do kakabo no. Poti ma we mado gi wa de na we ogwimare man now. Okay, so make una share the video, and if una still get any questions as we dey proceed, we una wan ask, make una free, make una call in, make una ask una question. You are all welcome to Ola Coco Shamba. Una when they watch am from YouTube, make una share. Una when they watch am from Facebook, make una share. We are broadcasting live from 3 different platforms, two Facebook and one YouTube. Please share this broadcast, everyone. Thank you all for coming. So, up to you, my amiable Mr. Richard, Mr. Research, Concrete Bishop of our
All
time.
right, you are welcome to this very broadcast. With us is our great politician, lawyer, a man of many parts, Dr. Honorable Washington Osifo. Is a man who has a great political background in the history of Edo State. As we speak at this very moment, there is hardly no politician or no persons that does not know who Washington Osifo is in Edo State. And so Dr. Washington Osifo is a grassroots politician. He's from Owonde local government of Edo State. He's highly known, and many of you must have heard of his name. In fact, his name went viral in Nigeria when the House of Assembly, when it was not inaugurated, it was among the 14 members that was not inaugurated in the House of Assembly. If you Google his name, you will discover that that's one of the first things that will come out among the members that was not inaugurated in the Eda House of Edo State. That is the Edo State House of Assembly during the tenure of this outgoing governor, Godwin Obaseki. And so he was known as one of the vocal voice, one of the voices that speaks loud when it comes to that very matter. He's a lawyer and at Grant and Cherry Partners. Dr. Washington Osifo is a lawyer at Grant and Cherry Partners, highly respected by politicians and non-politicians. He's a true son of Edo soil. He upholds the tradition of Edo highly. Just recently, in the last governorship primaries, he contested, and he was a high contestant. He was an aspirant. So I saw him when he went to Esako, even before a lot of aspirants at that time, they were not having a candidate yet. We're going everywhere, especially Esako. Before a lot of aspirants went to Esako, I saw Dr. Washington Osifo. He has toured Esako. In fact, he should be one of the very first people in this 2024 primaries that went to a donut and really spoke to the leaders. I saw him moving from one town hall to the other. He did due diligence to it. And so he also went around other part. And so he's highly known. Some people have tipped him as the joy of Edo State. If you go on the internet, I think in one or two comments that I saw, some people said this is the joy of Edo State. So he's when they mean joy, they mean a joy, the chain, a golden chain of Edo State. That is to say, one of the illustrious sons, one of the sons they are really proud of, the one that will not betray his father's house. And so he's also aspiring, but we don't know what he will be aspiring for in the future. But in every election, Dr. Washington Osifo is always out there trying to let the people know that he himself can do the job. He puts himself out, and that is very encouraging and it's thrilling, because for somebody to constantly put himself out there. He's a young man telling the whole world that I can do it. You know, he's the bridge between the youths and the old, between the young and the old. So he represents the youth, but he has great touch with the old. So he puts himself out there all the time. Every elections, you know, just name it. As far as he has to do with Edo State, he's always there saying, if nobody wants to do the job, I'm here to do it. And that is something to applaud, because many people give up at first attempt. They give up at second attempt, but he's still there. And he's a faithful member of the All Progressive Congress. There's hardly no leader that don't know him. He was a commissioner in Adams Ali Oshomole government. He was a high-ranking commissioner. In fact, he was among the very few who spoke true to Oshomole when Adams Oshomole publicly said that he, you know, Godwin Obaseki is the brain boss behind this government. Dr. Washington Osifo was the very few were courageous enough to tell Oshomole that is not true. You can say your candidate, but not at the expense of us. And many Edo still remember him for that. He spoke his mind. He told Oshomole that Godwin is not the right person. But if you choose this is the direction we will go with you. But I have my intuitions that this is not the right. And time has proven Dr. Washington Osifo to be right. Time has proven him to be right. He's a man who stands in his ways, and this must be applauded. He might not have all the opportunities that other people have, but he always stands in his ways, and this is good. And the Edos are beginning to recognize this, and they applaud it. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are watching from around the world, share this video as before we roll in the tape. While we prepare Dr. Washington Osifo to come in, please join me welcome Edo's foremost illustrious son, Dr. Washington Osifo. You are welcome, sir. You are welcome, sir. You are welcome. Thank you. You are welcome.
God bless you.
Let's roll the video. Thank you.
God bless you. God bless Edo State.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
He said,
please share this video if you are watching. Share. Let it go viral.
Followed a letter by the Nige last year asking for the implementation of the traditional rulers and chiefs edict of 1979. He said after a critical review of the contents, its approval became expedient on the implementation of a section of the Edo State Traditional Rulers Law, which stipulates that every local government should have its traditional council. He said the decision was taken and enacted many years ago for the traditional rulers to assist government in ensuring law, order and development in their domains across the state. Governor Obaseki said by implementing the law in Edo South, expectations include faster rate of development in the senatorial district.
Some of you in the past have assisted the local government authorities in areas like security, in areas like education, areas like welfare as citizens. But you did this on your own and upon invitation by the local government authorities. What this means now is that your councils must meet to support the local government authority in those critical areas of development.
He also urged the Nige in Edo South to partner and support the state government in the verification of a 2019 register of poor and vulnerable households to enable the state government send stipends on a monthly basis to them to reduce the pressure on traditional rulers.
What we're trying to do is to strengthen the governance arrangement in Edo South. So please, as you go back, it is important that we correct that narrative.
Spokesperson for the Nige in Edo South, who is also the Enoge of Abudu and the Obanosa, Professor Gregory Kenzwa, said the visit is to appreciate Governor Obaseki.
We thank you for your courage, for your wisdom, and for your determination to right anything that was not right.
Kingsley Uchebu, ITV News.
Okay, I think we play.
You need to have this app on your phone.
the implementation of the Traditional Rulers and Chiefs Edict of 1979. He said after a critical review of the contents, its approval became expedient on the implementation of a section of the Edo State Traditional Rulers Law, which stipulates that every local government should have its traditional council. He said the decision was taken and enacted many years ago for the traditional rulers to assist government in ensuring law, order and development in their domains across the state. Governor Obaseki said by implementing the law in Edo South, expectations include faster rate of development in the senatorial district.
Some of you in the past have assisted the local government authorities in areas like security, in areas like education, areas like welfare of citizens. But you did this on your own and upon invitation by the local government authorities. What this means now is that your councils must meet to support the local government authority in those critical areas of development.
He also urged the Enige in Edo South to partner and support the state government in the verification of a 2019 register of poor and vulnerable households to enable the state government send stipends on a monthly basis to them to reduce the pressure on traditional rulers.
What we're trying to do is to strengthen the governance arrangement in Edo South. So please, as you go back, it is important that we correct that narrative. Oba Atokwe.
Spokesperson for the Enige in Edo South, who is also the Enoge of Abudu and the Obanosa, Professor Gregory Kenzo, has said the visit is to appreciate Governor Obaseki.
We thank you for your courage, for your wisdom, and for your determination to right anything that was not right.
Kingsley Uchebu, ITV News.
You need to have this app.
Why did his brother, the Enoge, why did he not do it when his brother was alive? If he knew that there was justice and fairness in what he's doing, why did he wait for his brother to join our ancestors before having these gods to now start fighting his son, the Oba's son, who is now the Oba of Benin as it is today? Why did he wait to now be a fight between, according to what's his name, Don Pedro? Why did he wait for this time to now be a fight between an uncle and a nephew? Why not a fight between brother and brother? It was because he didn't see any governor who supported him to do that. It has always been there. It is not a will that just came. It has always been there. But he didn't see a comrade Adams Ali Oshomole who supported him to do this. He read the body language, and he read it to the extent that he knew that Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole and other governors before him were very loyal to the Oba of Benin. Therefore, he didn't dare it. When he saw this Oba, this governor, as a governor who had no regard for the palace, and who wants to steal and take for where he didn't sow, who wants to reap where he didn't sow, he found himself, he offered himself to him as a willing tool, and he accepted whatever he gave to him. And there are videos, plethora of videos to suggest that they have had accords and planning. And even the Enige, some of his brothers have come out to say they misled them to believe that it was something else, not knowing that it was an assault and a fight against the palace. So I don't know Enoge is superior to that Enoge. If a preponderant majority of them have come out to say, look, this Enoge of Obanosa, together with his brother from Siloko, they are Ogegmaya or whatever, they are coming together now and trying to woo others as they wooed them before to come and sign. They were the ones who designed this, haven't met with the governor, and they are the ones pushing it because the governor is promising them, don't worry, we need to balkanize this to reduce, for political reasons, to reduce the powers and the effect of the palace on the 7 local government, which of course is a decider in any election. Governor Obaseki is doing whatever he's doing because there's another election knocking at the door. Governor Obaseki, instead of being loyal to the palace as a Benin son and do what is necessary, as respect to the palace and respect to the ancestors, so that it shall be well and peaceful with him, he has chosen the path of war, he has chosen the path of battle, which of course leads to destruction and nothing more. So nobody, whether Don Pedro Obaseki, who I know, knows exactly what is happening.
And like I said, I challenge him. He needs to make public what was his response to when the issue as it is today of the artifact was on. Even the Enoge, who is supposed to be fighting on behalf of the palace, which he belongs to, and is fighting on behalf of his brother, who bequeathed the legacies of the palace and the he will be shaking in his grave. Why did his brother, the Enoge, why did he not do it when his brother was alive? If he knew that there was justice and fairness in what he's doing, why did he wait for his brother to join our ancestors before having these gods to now start fighting his son, the Oba's son, who is now the Oba of Benin as it is today? Why did he wait to now be a fight between, according to what's his name, Don Pedro? Why did he wait for this time to now be a fight between an uncle and a nephew? Why not a fight between brother and brother? It was because he didn't see any governor who supported him to do that. It has always been there. It is not a will that just came. It has always been there. But he didn't see a comrade Adams Ali Oshomole who supported him to do this. He read the body language, and he read it to the extent that he knew that comrade Adams Ali Oshomole and other governors before him were very loyal to the Oba Benin. Therefore, he didn't dare it. When he saw this Oba, this governor, as the governor who and who wants to steal and take for where he didn't sow, who wants to reap where he didn't sow, he found him.
Yeah, you should go ahead. Sir, you can go ahead because of your network, sir.
Well, thank you so much. God bless you. Wahia Wese, Oba Adokbe.
Yes, sir.
When I am the way the clip you played, particularly when you were reporting the news, as it relates to what the governor said in a parley between him and the Enige. You will underline what the Enoge of Ewobanusa and Abudu said. He was thanking the governor having given them a charge. He was thanking him for having the courage, the wisdom, and the determination to right the wrongs. Now the question is, what are the wrongs? And again, what is the wisdom? What is the determination that the governor has displayed in this, as far as this matter is concerned? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
We can hear you loud and clear. Well, go ahead.
So at the end of the day, when you now listen to a combined effect of what they said in that meeting, that will tell you that I was justified when I mentioned that they already had a meeting to work together. When I said they, I'm talking about the Governor Obaseki, and some of the Enige, one of which the Enoge of Ewobanusa and Abudu is. In fact, he's the one championing it. And that is why, I mean, it's laughable that a man who is supposed to be with the throne, himself being, a child of the throne, one would have expected that when Kata, as I said, I think it tend to or retire, and they no get ought to know better. Where it tend to therefore, edo retire and Otani no, I did that. I asked, why is it that when the Oba Iridiawa of blessed memory was alive, who is the brother of the elder brother of Enoge? I don't know why he was here with us. This Enoge was already Enoge. Why did he not bring up these issues? And I maintained the reason is obvious. Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, a responsible governor who respects, although not a Benin man by birth, but respects a Benin man, and by association, he's a Benin man because the Oba said so. That a Benin man is not the man who speaks Benin. A Benin man is also includes those who respect, who though are not Benin, but they have tremendous respect for Benin. And while he was here, our Oba was here, he recognized Adams Ali Oshomole, the then governor of Edo State, as a Benin son, and the son of the palace. And I ask you, in all of this today, between the governor, Godwin Obaseki, between Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole and the Enogi of Ewobanusa and Abudu, who can be truly called in the wisdom of our demise Oba Erejawa the Great, who can be truly said to be a Benin son, because and Owa in this case is the palace. The palace is Owa to every Benin man on earth, and the palace must be protected. One and irrevocable, they will tell you that the queen can do no wrong, the king can do no wrong. And it is so here because our king is even supreme, as the case may be. So when I see the way people talk and the way Governor Godwin Obaseki also say, oh, he has nothing to do with whatever is happening in the palace. Video you just played now and the comments that came out, the charge that came out from Godwin Obaseki and the response there from the Nogi of Obanusa and Abudu tells you that these are a group of persons who have agreed to work together to undermine the palace. Otherwise, Enogie, a scholar, ought to know, and I know he knows. Assuming Godwin doesn't know, because he's not well grounded in intellectual debate and all of that. Now, I expected the man, assuming the things of the palace, the things of the tradition and customs are strange to him, because he didn't bother to know, he doesn't want to know, because he has no respect for tradition. But he's being led to continue to make that mistake, commit that error by a man who ought to know, who comes from that background, and is leading him on to make this terrible mistake. In any case, I have said it. What Obaseki knows how to do best is play the devil's advocate. He uses one against the other. But if he finds a willing tool, he will use you to the best of his ability, and at the end of the day, he will do away with you. My advice for those that are supporting him, whether Enige or whoever they are, or those who are his lackeys in government, is that you must be very, very careful in trying to make men clean, so that like soap, you don't dwindle in the act. I see them dwindling in the act because it has happened before. This is not the first time. This is not the first royal feud. In 1897, it happened, and everyone who partook in that, including the likes of these persons we are talking about today, they pay the penalties very dearly for it. And I see a situation in my treatise that I will be releasing tomorrow, and all of you will see it. I have penned down a lot on paper, and it will be published on national dailies, and you will read it, and I hope it's good enough to make a cover materials. I want to tell you that at the end of the day, those who will suffer it are not just those that are here alone. Those who will come before them, will be the ones who will also suffer it, because the Enige knows what happens when they go, and in fact, how to even succeed their father's throne, which is supposed to be hereditary. They also know what can happen. How can it be said that the man who appointed you, what kind of ingratitude is that? An authority who appointed you is also the authority who has the right to take you out. There is one traditional ruler in Benin Kingdom, and that traditional ruler is your Monoba Nedu Kwakolokolo Oba Atokbei. No other. In the traditional rulers and the chieftaincy edit, it is so stated that these Enige, they fall under the category of chiefs and nothing more. And it is recognized that they were appointed by the Oba to go to their various dukedom to hold sway for the Oba. They are there at the instance of the Oba, who can continue to keep them there or take them out. If they misbehave and he thinks that he cannot deal with them, he cannot entrust his powers in their hands anymore, he takes them away and he deals directly with the Odionweres, who are the bona fide owners and members of the community where they hold sway as Odionweres. In any case, these Eniges are not naturally and traditionally, they are not from the domains where they hold sway. They do that at the instance and by the permission of the Oba. And I ask, on what foundation is the Enige thinking that they can now form seven traditional councils. What that will mean is that you will now have 7 traditional councils ranking themselves as traditional rulers, competing with the Oba of Benin in an attempt to reduce his power and his sophistry, over over the Benin Kingdom. Now, I think there is a means. It is either a direct, which I believe they are trying to do. I don't want to believe that they don't know what they are doing. They know very well what they are doing. I think that they are schooled enough, and if they are not schooled enough, they have people who are well read in this area and who have the understanding of what is happening. What they have tried to do is that in 2019, when Godwin Obaseki was still trying to see how he can get a second tenure, and he having offended the palace and most of the Benin people, who are loyal to the palace, he knew that was going having his quest to be re-elected as governor of Edo State was going to be an uphill task. And what he decided to do was to whittle down the influence of the palace by masquerading himself as friends of the Enige, the same Enige he ordered never to have any business with the government house when immediately he won in 2016. One of the first warnings he gave was to the council of the Enige, and he told them, don't ever have any business to come to with the government house. They were starved, they were hungry, and of course they always want the attention of the government house. There is nothing bad about that, because Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole and the governors before him did that. They were friends of the government house. They were always in government house and having the largesse of the government house and feeding fat from the government house. They were already used to the government house taking good care of them. Of course, the Oba was always aware, and he always also permitted it to happen because he gave the leverage to the governors to continue to have relationship with them in areas that the fees they can help them in their various dukedom. The Oba fees that they were also helping him. To the extent, Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole bought them cars of different categories. You call it Prado, you call it SUVs, you call it state-of-the-art cars. They had it, and at the end of the day, they enjoyed this until Godwin came. When Godwin Obaseki came as governor, he stopped them. Those largesse that was coming from government house, they were no longer getting it because they wanted to get it by all means. They didn't know that it was privilege and not right. Godwin caught that privilege, and that tap, ceased to flow. Then they were willing to do everything humanly possible, even if it means to serve Godwin Obaseki and do his bidding. They were ready to do that. And when they found that invitation to come back, when the governor wanted second tenure, the first tenure, and immediately he called you, he gave you a bait, and you just accepted it, and you wore your white robes and decorated his public hall and began to sing praises of him as a man who has wisdom, a man of intellect, a man that is determined to right the wrongs and all of that. What was the wrong in any case? They should be told that the 1979 traditional rulers and traditional rulers and chiefs edit didn't anticipate and can never be interpreted to mean that the 7 local government of Edo South was one when they refer to the traditional rulers. No, they were ranked amongst the chiefs. Now, when that edit referred to traditional rulers, the edit was referring to the traditional rulers because the edit also recognized that the Oba holds sway as the only traditional ruler in the southern part of Edo State. And if you take that, he recognized the traditional rulers of the central, which is the Eastern land, and Edo North. But as for the Edo Enige, the law does not recognize them as traditional rulers. The law recognizes them as chiefs. An attempt to not place them in the ranking of traditional rulers will be to undermine, to clearly know and undermine the position of the Oba or the Oba of Benin. And this is what we all are saying. It cannot happen. And as for Pedro Obaseki, Don Pedro Obaseki is a man who himself and we have had battles together. I recall very vividly when his brother did a misnomer to exclude, he pursued an action that excluded those people validly voted for 14 constituencies. 14 constituencies. He kept them away for 4 years. He had the heart to keep the sons of men away for 4 years. Out of those 14, 8 of us were from Edo South, including 2 that represents him directly in Oredo West and East. And at the end of the day, he kept all of us away for 4 years. As we speak, because somebody was asking just now, did he reach out to any of you? As we speak today, he did not reach out to any of us. Did they pay you anything? As we speak today, they did not give us a dime. Has he rolled over now? As in the 4 years tenure, has he expired? Of course, he expired. So you mean that you didn't go to that House of Assembly once? He didn't allow you? The answer is no. He did not allow us, not even for 1 day. All of you, you watched it. You watched it. There's nothing we didn't do.
Yes.
Even the Omonoba our Rivet Oba tried to address the matter. The religious leaders called the Archbishop of the Catholic Church. Everyone called to talk to him, to say, let these people have their access. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, spoke to him. The other governors, brothers, they spoke to him. He didn't allow. Until today, he still has the conscience to just behave as if, it didn't happen. So, to answer your question, no money was given to us. No negotiation was entered to us. He even frustrated the matter in court to ensure that they kept us out. Are you still interested in contesting for House of Assembly? Of course not. Of course not. The truth is that when I was contesting to go to House of Reps, in the 20 whatever recently, before I ventured into contesting for governorship.
Yeah, 2023.
The party gave a right of first refusal to all of us who were not allowed to, who were denied inauguration as at that time. And to them, the ticket is yours as of right if you wanted it. But I said, look, I wanted to go upstairs because it was the turn of Uwunde to go to Abuja. I represent the federal constituency of Oriomo Uwunde federal constituency. But when eventually they took the decision to give that ticket to my brother, Dr. Billy Osawaru, fine, no problem. It's a contest. It's not a do or die affair. Then I asked me to go to House of Assembly. I told my party, I said, look, it must not always be me. When I was contesting for House of Reps, some of those who supported me to go to House of Assembly, which I contested for, Godwin didn't allow me to find access to that House of Assembly. But I won, and they celebrated their quota to state building. And they have asked me, now, when I was contesting for House of Reps, assuming that one does not get to you, will you contest for this House of Assembly? I told them no. I told them no, that no matter what, I will not. So when they now saw at a point that those ones were already also, they have indicated interest that they were already also trying to contest as aspirants, they came to me and said, okay, as it is now, since they have asked you to leave that ticket of going to House of Reps to go to House of Assembly, please, we are ready to allow you to go, withdraw and allow you to go. I told them, no, my word is my bond. It must not be me. You supported me to win the House of Assembly. I have said I wanted to get to the House of Reps. If I now have accident on the way, if I now had an accident on the way and I'm not able to progress with that House of Reps, I must not come back to also oppress you. I give you my blessings. I will not contest for House of Assembly. Go on. It must not be me alone. That was the reason why I did not take that. I said that ticket to go to House of Assembly. So for me, I'm happy with that decision. I'm living today. I'm living very fine. I'm happy to the glory of God. The truth is that that's just the truth. And if you are happy with others, there's no way the land will not be happy with you. There's no way heaven and God himself will not be happy to you.
Honorable sir, as far as House of Rep, with what is happening, House of Assembly, those state house, either house, with what is happening in that place now, do you think if they have allowed your House of Assembly to have been inaugurated, do you think this every 6 months removing a speaker 1 year, bringing in all kinds of fight, like we saw the last time they said they went to do juju there, and then the speaker suspended 3 members, and then all the ones the fight they have been doing. Do you think because your House of Assembly was very it was a caliber of great men. Do you think such things would have been happening now?
Well, thank you for your kind words, regarding our House of Assembly as caliber of great men. That assembly was selected by God to work for Edo people, to interrogate the actions of the executive for the greater glory of the Edo state in terms of development and the mainstream politics, and all of that. But Godwin Obaseki saw the caliber of men, and in his wisdom, he vowed that these men were not going to come in. For instance, you did mention a while ago that I was one of those who had the courage to speak truth to power, even as commissioner. I advised Comrade. I said, Comrade, look, this Godwin Obaseki, it's not the right product. It's not the right person for Edo. He's not one of us. He doesn't understand our customs and traditions. He doesn't. He doesn't mean well for anybody. He's cold-hearted and he doesn't mean well for anybody. So if you bring him here, knowing the way he behaved in Edo for the 8 years that he worked with you, he doesn't associate. He doesn't like anybody. He doesn't see anything good in what anybody does. If you give him the helms of affairs, he would use that office, to deal with people in ways that he will be worse than Scorpion. So this is exactly what happened. He recognized that some of us who did that, and he vowed by himself, according to him, he vowed that so long as he's here for 8 years, nothing will get to Washington. As if 8 years is forever. He may have succeeded in doing that, because true to it, he's rounding up now for 7.5 years or thereabout, or 4 months to go. Yes, it is true, nothing got to Washington for this period of time. But he's not the owner of life. He's not the owner of after 8 years. He's not the owner of life. He's not the owner of after 8 years. I believe that whatever didn't come, they are being stored for me. They will come when they ought to come. And Godwin will still come. Godwin will still come and bow to the Oba of Benin. And we will be standing with the Oba of Benin when we see him using his tongue to lick the floor. It has happened to so many men who tried to bring the Oba down. They went down. That is just the truth. Because I see Okwoba, Orionba, Ohaigwai, Ohaigworionba, Aimekenogborionba. That is the truth. Who is an Orionba? An Orionba is that person never respect for Oba. That is the enemy of the Oba. And anybody never respect for the Oba who goes the way of those before him who didn't have the respect for the Oba. So for me, I stood my ground. He offered me money at the time after I won election to go to House of Assembly. After I won that, he didn't support me to go to the House of Assembly. He fought me not to get that ticket. At the end of the day, God in his infinite wisdom and mercy used Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, my father, to give me that ticket, like he did to others. I got that ticket. So I was in the United States of America after that election. He called me. I went for holiday. He called me and said, "Oh, come, please, let us see." So that when I came, because that was
Godwin Obaseki.
Yes. He called me and he told me, "Sir Washington, sorry that I didn't support you to go to House of Assembly. Now that you have won the House of Assembly, and very soon, you'll be working there. I want you to work with me, because I vowed that you will not go there, but I want you to work with me." I said, "Okay, fine." As a legislator and as an Idoma, it is my responsibility to work with you. Depends on how you want me to work with you. He made an offer. He said the first thing that he mentioned was that Kukuruku man that they call, and I asked him, "Who is Kukuruku man?" Say, the one that calls himself Adams. I said, "Oh, Kukuruku man." He said, "Yes." I said, "What happened?" He said, "You are a Benin man. Me, I am a Benin man too. You must join me, and we must fight that man. I will fight him and use his hand to hit the table." I said, "Fight him for what?" I said, "Fight him for what?" He said, "I will fight him. You are a Benin man, I'm a Benin man. Join a Benin man like you, and let us fight him." I said, "Well, the truth is that I'm an African child. I don't ever argue. When the third man gets there, it will make peace. I don't know where you are quarreling. Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole has not told me you are quarreling, and I have not seen it. Please, he's your friend. You were his best man in his wedding, and I see that he ranked you over and above all of us. If you have issues with him, please settle with him." And he told me, he said, "Whatever you want, I will give to you." And I tell you, this meeting was held in his office. The then Akata General Yozuwa from Uhunde was there. Honorable Sayevero Sawe, who was then the first member of the Post-Primary Education Board, was there. Both these are men from Uhunde local government. He's the current chairman of Uhunde, APC Uhunde local government. They were there. In any case, they were these two gentlemen. When he tried to get my attention, they were these two gentlemen that he called, since that from Uhunde, to convince me to come. He even threatened Honorable Osifo Sawe, who was the first member of the Post-Primary Education Board, that because he is very close to me, if he does not convince me to come, he will fire him. As a matter of fact, it was because he threatened to fire that man, and the man begged me. That was why I came. And when he made the offer that whatever you want, I will give to you, no matter the amount, just join me to deal with Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole. And he called him a Kukuruku man. And I reminded him, I said, as an African child, I can never sell anybody to buy my future. As I recall, in 2012, when I was contesting to go to council, of Umode, this same Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole, the man you call Kukuruku, supported me to be council chairman of Umode so that I can join him to develop Edo State. When you didn't want me in that government, he appointed me commissioner for education. Later, he appointed me again commissioner for energy and water resources. I said, it is not in the blood of an average Benin man, a true Benin man, to betray. I cannot betray that man. If this is the last God wants to do for me, I will take it and go home. But to join you, the man that made you governor, you were the least of all of us. This man made you governor. You now want me to join a Kukuruku man made you governor and to help Benin people. You are not calling the man who helped you who made you governor. You know, he didn't say you were Benin, then he made you governor. You didn't say he was Kukuruku, you accepted to be the governor. You are now playing tribal politics. I said, anyone who wants to divide the Edo State in the Oba's hand is an enemy of the Oba. So therefore, I cannot sell anybody to buy my future. A man who helped me, I will not betray him because I want money from you. Never. And he now said, well, that is to say, anything you see, then you have crossed the line. That was the beginning of my problem with him. And that was why he vowed that I would never be sworn in, because he knows that I was, according to him, I was too stubborn, and he said I would be taking instruction from Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole. He forgot that even as commissioner, I had the courage to tell Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole, who likes truth, who likes people who speak truth to power, to say, Oga, this is the way they do so, this one not good for his side. Comrade Oshomole is one man who, he believes that, or if you are his friend, you must tell him where he's doing wrong. That is to say that you love him. If you are not his friend, why you will pretend as if he's doing everything right. Meanwhile, you know he's not doing anything right. When you get back, you will not be laughing at him. Though where your Osewe or Tamawe Wakon where we are, Godwin is always the enemy of anybody and everybody. It does not mean well for anybody. So for me, I'm not surprised. Since he came in 2016, when he's standing before the Oba, he does not stand. He's not frightened. He does not stand as somebody who has respect.
He doesn't bow. He doesn't bow to him.
He went to the palace. He doesn't bow to him. He doesn't believe. Meanwhile, when Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole and others before him, when they get to the palace, they bow, they tremble, they kneel down. You see them rubbing themselves on the floor and all of that. And that is why, of course, that is why erroneously, and this is what we must also correct as Benin people all over the world. Please take note of this. If you hear what is happening, they will tell you that, look, people of Benin people, when they are in government, when they hold sway as governor, they don't respect the Oba as much as the North Benin respect the Oba. Statistically, if you look at it, Godwin is the one bringing this. Is the one bringing this negative vibes in the minds of the people. Benin people reverence their Oba. Am I not a Benin man? Are you not Benin men? There are several Benin men. The reason why the non-Benin fear the Oba is because they know that we, the Benis, will respect our Oba, and you dare not do anything to insult or reduce the value of our Oba. If you try it, a lot tried it, including the military officer who tried it. He paid with his dear life. And I can tell you the catastrophe that befell. Yes, of course, Onyerugbule tried it. He did not. He's not the one who paid for it alone. Himself, his generation, and that of those who supported him. They paid for. So it will happen again if they are not careful. I am telling you, it will happen again, because if you see the Oba now, there was a day Godwin Obaseki, until he was following. I think it was his candidate who was interested in contesting for presidential or whatever, and the Oba asked him. He said, "Are you still in this Edo State?" That's a thing of shame. What that typifies is that is the governor. He does not see the Oba. He does not have anything to do with the Oba. Is it also surprising that the man that believes that the local government, the chiefs are the Enige, if they work hand in hand with the local government chairman, they will help in developing those localities for the growth and development and security of that locality. He himself, who is saying that, does not see the need to relate with the Oba of Benin in ways and manners that he's also prescribing chiefs and the tradition and the Enige in their respective dukedom, where he was suggesting that they have relationship with the local government chairman. Why would they have local relationship with the local government chairman when you don't, as the governor of the state, you are not, and you do not want to have relationship with the great Oba of Benin? Why are you deceiving yourself? Who are you deceiving? And just like he did in 2019, when he gathered the chiefs and began to tell them what he was telling them and promising them what he could do for them, so that they will know that he will open the floodgate of finances for them, so that we're benefiting, so that they can use that to undermine the palace. That is exactly what he's doing now. It is another 4 years again. Election is knocking at the door. He's mobilizing men and materials. The Enige are included, so that he can use it to whittle down the power of the palace in the guise to be able to sell
Doctor, quickly, sir.
So that it can
Doctor,
happen.
quickly.
Never, it will not happen. Yes.
Doctor,
Yes,
before the elections, how do you feel about this thing that is happening in Benin now? This Godwin Obaseki trying to fight the palace. I know you said so much about it, but I want you to elaborate on it, because maybe you know a lot of stories about it. Trying to fight the palace using the Enigies, those who are supposed to be the brothers to the Oba, at the eve of the elections. How do you feel? How is the atmosphere in Benin concerning it?
You know,
is it painful to hear?
Of course, you see. No, the truth is that there's general money in the land. There is general money in the land. That a man by
general
name,
money, as if someone died,
who has always been a stranger and will continue to be a stranger. Of course, there's general money. There's general money in the land. There's general money in the land. That's just the truth. The land is sick. The land is mourning. And I can tell you, the ancestors, they are all turning in their graves to say, what is this? And I can tell you, when it happens like this, there will be reactions. And the reactions will not always be good for those that are festering putting the feathers, to support whatever is evil in the land. That's just the truth. So there are repercussions. And Edo will react. Edo will react in ways that will tell Godwin Obaseki and whoever is supporting, Asun Godalo, that is supporting to be that he thinks he can impose on us and impose on Edo people, so that he can continue with this abnormal behavior of not having respect for the palace. I challenge this Enige. It's not all of them. Some of them knew later. They realized that they were on a mission of destruction, and they had to beg for forgiveness. And a lot of them
someone said Pedro Obaseki was paid for that Ovasabi audio.
I said it publicly. I'm sure you have heard it.
Someone said Pedro Obaseki, Don Pedro, was probably paid for that Ovasabi audio he did. That he has no respect for the royal house.
I cannot confirm that, whether he was paid or not. It was a bad message that he accepted to deliver. And there are consequences. That's just the truth. There are consequences for choosing to deliver a bad message. Judas Iscariot chose to betray Jesus Christ. But the consequences were, he didn't escape the consequences. That's just the truth. You see, nature abhors betrayal. You understand? And I have written several, and I will say it again today, that evil has its retribution. Evil has its retribution. It is a case of when, not whether. Because it must happen. The consequences must happen. You cannot run away from it. That is what makes nature very complex. And that's why men must fear nature. Because nature is perfect. For those who do well, nature rewards. And for those who do evil, nature also rewards you. So you can't run away from it. You understand? So when you are the quietness of a lion, the giant stripes of a lion or a tiger, it's not an act of cowardice. It is a calculated attempt to get at his prey, so that when it gets at you, you cannot escape. This is what is happening, and this is what the Omonobanedo, our great royal father, is doing. He's quiet. He's not saying anything. But I can tell you, he's even more dangerous when he's not saying anything, and that is what it is. So
thank you, sir. I think my colleague Ogele will have questions he wants to ask you. Comrade Ogele, I think you want to speak with the Honorable over something.
Yeah. My brother, you are welcome to this show today, Honorable Washington Osifo. Osalubo Adebawe. Owodolowo Osioba. We really appreciate you, your concern about our royal home. There is one question I want to ask you.
Not to mention that you are the only politician that spoke out. Go ahead.
Yes. So you see, there is something I want to ask. Most of there is when this Elige was with Obaseki in his in the government house, there was one word I heard from Obaseki said, the Eniges have contributed to different community they are leading. I am so shocked. One. And two, most of the Eniges, they are not from that community. Do you know why the people accepted them? Is it not because of our royal father?
Yes. You are correct. That is the way it is.
Okay.
And I said it before.
Okay.
I said it before. Nobody will accept a stranger to come and rule over them. If not for the fact that they respect the authority, the ultimate authority of the number one man, which is the Oba, who rules supreme as our God, as our God here on earth, as the God of the Benin men on earth. So when they say Oba Yona ya Zegbe Yevona, people will even accept that, give you yam, give you everything, and celebrate you, as the emissary of the Oba, as the messenger of the Oba, as the man the Oba has sent to come and represent him here. Because Oba Nyato Kivaya Sebu. So the entire seven local government of Edo South, all the nuclear credits of Edo South, they are his own, and he assigns his servants, his slaves, because of Yomba and Mayaku. That's just the truth. When you choose to behave well, he can rank you as a son or a daughter. But if you misbehave, he ranks you like a common slave and all of that. So for the Enigi, they are not. It is not always correct that every Enogi is from the royal family. He can assign anybody to be a Enogi anywhere. He has the right. He has the responsibility to do that. And he can also withdraw it when he deems fit. He can terminate it from the lineage when he deems fit. And that is what I was saying, that it will happen to a lot of them that except they repent, it will happen to a lot of them. And they will not create problems for their children and their children's children. So to say they are doing a lot in their community, I beg to say, you are from a community.
Okay.
For those who are not part of this recalcitrant Enige, for those who are not part of them, Enige brothers that are not part of them, God bless them. And I can tell you, they are contributing to the peace of that locality, which is supposed to be their responsibility of holding brief for the Oba, holding fort for the Oba, and reporting back to the palace. They don't have words of their own, except the words as pronounced and except the message as given to them by the Oba. And it's a feedback mechanism. What is happening in your community? What are they doing? What are they suffering? How could they compile it, bring it to the palace? Let's discuss it. Let me call the governor to come, and I tell the governor in this locality. That is what the Oba does. That's what the Oba does. The Oba does not beg like most of these Enige. They go to government house and start begging. You understand? And bringing down whatever. So for those who are contented with what they have, they are the ones standing with the Oba, and they are the ones that have also come out to say, look, this man, Godwin Obaseki, working with a few Enige who are our colleagues, they are the ones trying to undermine the palace. They have long said so. I'm not the one saying so. You have seen them on videos when they were apologizing and begging the Oba for forgiveness and begging the Edoland for forgiveness, to say that they were misled to believe that their intentions were genuine. They were misled to believe that they were doing this in the interest of the kingdom, to promote the kingdom. Now that they know better, God forbid, it can never happen again. They have said so. They gave us the information. They gave us the chart. They gave us the plans of what they are trying to do to undermine the palace. So for those ones, I can say their responsibility is to ensure that they interact with the local community where they hold sway as their dukedom. They interact with them, try to know their problems, try to aggregate it, package it, take it to the appropriate authority. In this case, the palace, so that the palace interacts with the government to see how they can bring succor to the plight of the people. That is basically what they know. Are they going to use their money that they don't even have to develop the areas? No. Their role and duties is that they are first among equals in the community, who on behalf of the Oba interact with the people, aggregate the people's interest, package it and take it to the palace, and get words back of encouragement back from the palace to the people. That is all, and nothing more. So when he says they have been developing their community, I challenge the governor to name the development that he's talking about. In the community where we have schools, we don't have teachers, and most of the schools, their roofs are blown off. No chairs. Students are still sitting on the ground. No light. No water. Erosion is threatening to take away to erode the communities completely. Is that what he's talking about? Most of the communities he's talking about where they have a nigga, we don't have roads to those communities. Is that what he's talking about? That they are assisting the community. So
okay,
if they are assisting the community to develop, they are assisting the local government to develop. Is he not saying Paramount Road owner of Benin is not doing anything to develop Benin? Therefore, he's not looking for people who will do what the Oba is not doing. Is that what he's saying? Is that not an insult? Does that not look stupid? To say? So if the governor wants the Benin people to respect him.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir. My last question.
Before you go to another question,
you can do. I want to advise him is to go and respect the Oba.
Olakoko, this is my last question.
Go ahead.
Our amiable daughter, before we go begin, once I'll take one or two things now because people don't call in. We'll take some few calls. Before Gele go to the other question we want to ask. House of Assembly. I know say one particular period when you still did the chamber. I remember when they House of Assembly, they don't get voice on their own. Now government, Obaseki, Ogyoba one. Now they tell House of Assembly make they sit before they go sit, or House of Assembly get right to sit on their own, or without Obaseki not they make they sit. The reason why I just want to know, sir, whether now government they tell una make una sit before una they sit, or una fit sit on una own.
Go ahead, sir.
No, not be government they tell House of Assembly. Not be government they tell House of Assembly. As a matter of fact, now three arms of government that you get. The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Now be the three arms of government. And the way the constitution talk about, none is inferior to the other. All of them, they complement each other. And then they be watchdog to each other. At the end of the day, one they discipline the other one they discipline the other. But like clock, that they work together. Nobody they try to constitute a clock in the ways of the running of the other one. But you see, for Nigeria, particularly in those states where they talk about today, the governor, they try make sure say, because he know the power of the House of Assembly, say now only then go fit ask a question, and if he not do where they feel remove him from office. That's why they try put them for in pockets. In a manner where say he go fit control them, they'll come be like say they don't know themselves again. For instance, House of Assembly want to do something where it concern the people. They'll say they want to go ask the governor. How you want make we do them? How democracy want to develop? When it be say you were supposed to ask person questions, say why you do this, why you do that. Now you can go submit your crown to them. He go come direct you on what to do and when to do this and when not to do this. That's a shame. What do you want? The highest where you want for office now be say the reason why you did it now to go represent your people. Carry what they worry your people were not good. Carry a floor of the house. The language of a legislator now be my people say and nothing more. That is the language of a legislator. Make laws for the good governance of every part of Edo, in this case, or Nigeria as the case may be. Depends on whether the National Assembly or state. That is your primary responsibility. You understand? Interrogate the actions through oversight functions of the executive so that they're going to know say they get bound, they not do pass with the law. Say me they do with the law wanna make. And at the end of the day, if they do pass, there are sanctions, and you bring it to their knowledge to say there are sanctions and have the courage to also sanction them where necessary. When they do like dog where one stray, now you hold that chain to draw them back to say you come. For instead, what did they happen? I be say come like say the chain where they put for the dog neck, when the House of Assembly supposed hold. Even that chain, you know, it can't be like say it's too big for the House of Assembly. Or the dog where the chain where they hold the dog, I mean, it's too small for the House of Assembly. Once the dog just pull because the dog too big, it go just drag all of them. It drag the follow body. The direction where the dog go, which is the executive or the governor in this case, now the House of Assembly they go. You see, this is one of the reasons why me, I contest the election. Because I recall, before I contest, they go say when they want autonomy for House of Assembly, autonomy for local government, they go say the governor say, make we not support, Governor Obaseki say, make we not support the autonomy. I say, what rubbish? What rubbish? If not this one, they do them, me, I go contest. Now make me come. And he knew when I was contesting, that's a look. The only language which will concern you, now be say, my people say, and henceforth, waiting my people talk. You must do them, whether you like it or not. So that now waiting really bring problem between me and now. So for me, if they pay me anytime I see say you where the constitution give key, you know, the people give power, go interrogate this governor. Maybe say he do things for our people. When you reach there, you go to use that office, they make him friend. Oh, the only thing what you want, you just want to be the friend of the governor. Haba. That is to say you don't sell your people now. You don't sell your people. And that is why, for instance, from one day where I come today, there is no development, no road to the community. Somebody, I'm sure some of you come from Wunde. Call them from Wunde. They go tell you no road. Road not. Even Orion, a federal constituency, no road, no light, no water, erosion for War 7. It's the clan where I come. And I'm telling you, the erosion where you don't eat that place, not be small. To even grade road, they're not the grade. To tar road around that area, they're not go tar. School where we get for there, where we build during Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, when I was commissioner, the expedition of Mochama was commissioner. Later I came. Now we computer. Yeah. Then the Central Bank constantly build journal. Then you know, if I tell you that school today, when I did there, when I be commissioner, the recommendation of Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, I be say, may we bring a faculty from Abrusali, because now school, now they say the develop area. Once you pull school for area, particularly higher institution like university, I tell you, just now, road will come there. Other people will come from other states and neighboring states and communities will come settle there. Then when they don't live with our people, informal education, they'll come to interact, and our people will come get more interest to go school. Then say we can't go school. Now there you come to generate more power. Now, sometimes hotel will come to those areas. School hostels accommodation will come there. Baby saloon will come there. Restaurant will come there. Where the boutiques will come there. Now so departmental stores where they sell provisions will come there. Then you will come see even the cultural imbibation, cultural exchange, the way those people they dress, our people where they don't learn local environment will consider dress like that. Government will be forced to come and put more light, and the children that our land will come to expand. Then the people where they do agriculture there, where they do farming and all of that, they will come get ready buyers where they buy their food stuff and all of that. Before you know it, money go to exchange for there, you go to exchange, and then banking facilities will come that area, and that now so the area to develop. Now so Abrusali take use school to develop a Poma, and even the whole Esan land today. Where we say students they stay there, all of us from Benin go there, go school. People from Lagos, people from Abuja, Kanu, everywhere they go school. Now, so we can't learn what how they take the behave for Esan land and all of that. Can't know Ekpoma rice and different things where they do there. And there's some people like better people and all of that. What we can't know them. Otherwise, if we not go there, we not go know say that so they be, say that good people that they be. I don't know whether they understand. They accommodated us. We did things together. We can't go still teach them how we take to live our own life for our own place. Then some can see no say Benin people are good people, Hausa people are good people, Igbo people are good people, Yoruba people are good people. Not be waiting they just to tell them for story whether they hear before. My plan and my recommendation to Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, when he approve, now be say we go bring a faculty from Abrusali University because na state university. We will carry come Egualo, Ela Grammar School Egualo. They develop Orion, develop those areas. Before you know it, will spread to Abudu, spread to all other areas where they that area. People will come, land will come be something of value for that area and all of that. Agricultural products, food, everything now because now agrarian area. That was it. And the foreign investors, because he come there, come they site industries, come they give employment to people and all of that. Now so Ekomate develop. Now so school they develop areas. Look at what Okada University did now. That university that develop Okada. Anywhere school day. Look, the truth is that community people, no matter how they reach, they're not rich. Where we fit develop the area where they for come. You now outsiders now come they join to develop area. So if you want me to develop your area, put where to go attract them to come your area, where they can stay. Once you do it, you don't get it right. And once we get it right, those state revenue go increase. Once those state revenue increase, they go get enough money to work for other areas where go make the people happy. You understand? If the people they happy, they smile to the bank and all of that. The life expectancy ratio will also increase. The pressure on our healthcare institutions, where we say government is spend money too much, the pressure on the wear and tear of the facility go reduce, because when society full of sick people, then they always go. There will be need for them to go to hospital on a regular basis, and as they go on a regular basis, government go to invest more. Where they're responsible, they'll invest more for those facilities to keep it in standard, so that it can accommodate the rush when they come.
Sir, your words should be on marbles. Your words should be on marbles.
We get one caller. Okay.
Let me take the call.
Yes, go ahead, caller. 3 minutes. Your name and where you are calling from.
I won't greet you, Lakukunami. Now I want to talk. Let me greet you, Mr. I don't forget the partner.
Dr. Barrister.
Dr. Washington Osifo.
Ogele, yeah.
Sorry, I don't forget. I'm the Bishop Desmond Osazua.
Thank you.
Hold on, may you greet our hello, hold on, caller now. Well, Dr. Imane, go ahead now. Now, they're different. Call the name, Dr. Barrister.
Washington people.
I want to thank you very, very much. After the working thing, after that, I get very tired, and this is the first time I'm seeing an eloquent, Bini Edo native man speaking eloquently and defending the palace of Yoruba. You will be blessed in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I think a time will come where we are in the measure of this case for today. To keep it.
Yes, sir.
I'm very happy. I've been watching you, the way you tackle matters, the way you handle matters, the way you resolve issues, the way everybody, when I look the kind of way they are around, I look Mr. Ogele, I look Mr. Bishop Petro, I see the way, because even another person call, I don't know when they say they come back. I will drag and but when you say all your elaboration about the message is all about the money. That is to say, you are a true son of the soil. Because I have somebody talking about they do not have politics into the matter. Then I ask questions. When you nominated the Chief Justice of Edo State, the Attorney General, is it not the governor? Do the governor have right to tell the Attorney General of the Federation to withdraw that case from the High Court to customary court with Washington Osifo before I proceed?
What's the question?
Come with your question again. You said, does the governor have right
to withdraw the case?
Let him repeat it.
Yeah.
Does the governor have right to withdraw the case?
Yes.
The governor have right to talk to the, what do you call it? Okay. If the governor
you mean the Attorney General of the state?
Yes.
Yeah.
The governor have right to tell you to.
Thank you so much. If you see the writ. I heard you. I heard your question.
Yeah, go
I heard
ahead.
your question. If you
Go
see
ahead,
the
sir.
writ of summons, you see, I mean, the reason why they go say God Obaseki go say, and the people go say God will not carry Oba go court. They go say, but you see him name for there. How they talk say, where did they beat band for Dove? Where they dance for on top of the soil? He did inside ground.
Oh, Daniel! What
He did inside ground. And that's why we start by linking him by that video on our show. When he tell them in 2019, say this one I waiting what may do for them. And then comes to reply through the Nogi of Obanusa and Abu to say, you do well for having the courage and the wisdom and the determination to correct the wrongs. And I ask, say, what to be the wrong? Now the wrong now we analyze and say the wrong now be say they're not making be waiting in one be, which is to be the traditional ruler in those areas where the law not permit him, and even the Oba where appoint him, he not permit him. If God wanted him to not be Oba, be make himself Oba. Now God, from where he, before the born and I make an Oba.
That's right.
So if
That's
God
right.
wanted, the Noge of Oba Nusa and Abudu to be the Oba, God not the make mistake if I make him. Now, as him be a Noge, so if God don't want maybe a Noge, may not pass that lineage of royal lineage come. He not go pass that come. Because yeah, we do the Amemila over here, boy. Now where Odo wa ake wearing. So though Warake wearing it's not for the Enige alone to say that is true. It is also correct for any other person, including our revered monarch, the great Oba of Benin, Oba Atokbe. So for me, that question where you ask just now Godwin and the government now they sponsor this thing because una video don't show them together with several video and the confession of their brothers in Enige. Now, having said that, the governor, not go fit tell the Attorney General because for the writ of summons on the surface, you see and say these people now wow. Me no go fit pronounce them the name of our revered Oba when he did there because I see them they put on there. Fear don't let me talk. You understand? But I see the Attorney General, the Adam joiner, the Enige Adam, the Adam joiner. Now the plan may be like that. Now the plan may be like that. As if they drag the Oba, then they drag the government to. Now lie. Now the planner. And if this matter starts, yeah, the reason why they do it like that, they add and join the Oba so that they go use the Attorney General to water down the defense of the Oba. So at the end of the day, why the Oba go they say those people don't get right, the Attorney General go agree with them for any submission where they make. If he dey file his own defense, he go file his defense to agree with the ones where the lawyers of this Enige file. And at the end of the day, he will come be like gang up to achieve what they want to achieve. But they don't know say Edo people go react the way they react. I see a situation because of this countdown where they do so. I see a situation where we say the governor he used this in leg test water to see how it be. And when he comes see and say Edo people react like this now, he go down the think again, say how he go to do this thing now. So he not go direct the Attorney General where they pay for. He go rather tell the people where he first send. Now he first send it. He go first tell them for back say it be like this thing. He got you. You understand? Since the candidate why they push so as well go down this thing he go punish the thing. Those people go use this in punish and where. I think what we need to do more wait first. When he win finish, we go start them again. Don't worry, he go do them when he win. That are the problem because I know and that's why they talk. It's a bit deceive people where. I don't know whether I understand. So me they will they feel for the Enige because I deceive them. I know. Not be their mind they do what they do. So God will go promise a whole lot of things where no go fit do for you. If you not take time, may you beg God, may you hold yourself. Don't you go just for put now 419 and one chance now you don't for put. And at the end of the day, when it finish, you finish. It don't finish. He don't do it. He do it to so many people. He do it to Commander Adam Saleh Osumele. He do it to Chief Danobi. He do it to Wike. He do it to Palace now. He do it to the 14 of us. He do it to everybody where you don't know. He do it to Dangote. Who he never do it to? Who he never do it? In France, most of them
Even Dangote. Even Dangote.
Most of the friends don't want to get. I tell you, let me tell you, most of the friends don't want to get anything to do with them again because he do they proud and arrogant. He don't deceive them, he don't betray them, he don't do everything. And it is enough for life. You understand? Look, it is just a matter of few months now. So the highest he can do, the matter they fit call him up, say, okay, they can't come up for court. But not being Attorney General because they carry Attorney General journal. Make that one for they agree with them for any defense whether they file against whatever defense where the Oba or the palace they make. So that all of them go agree. And once they don't agree like that, it go whittle down. Now, what I'm trying to say is that if he from secretly, as if I tell them, they go, if he still secretly go tell them, say, I beg, as it be so, I beg, we're go take time. Or in the alternate, he go tell the Attorney General where he get a whole lot of degree of influence over in the area of the judiciary somehow, because they work together one-on-one on important matters like this. If he sit there and say, I beg, what you not go do? Make una take very long adjournment so that we not go talk this in again until after election. These are possible angles where the fee pass to just kill them naturally. But the truth is that for them to even attempt they shall sleep while standing. That is just the truth, because they have mother sleep and they shall sleep while standing. That is just the truth. For attempting it at all, a daughter pyro no it or bo pyro no
Hello. Yes, go ahead, caller. Your name and where you are calling from.
So, my brother, if he thinks, of course now, except.
Okay, caller, go ahead. Your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Alex.
Aaron.
First of all, good afternoon and good evening.
Yes.
I also greet that man with Mr. Okele, something like that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know whether you hear him.
Okay, let's respond to him. He said he doesn't know whether you are hearing him. He's greeting you.
But this must move and start. I see a sound.
Yeah, before you answer a question, greet her first.
I don't know a name because that's the first one I
in a day for coming day.
Washington Osifo.
You need to give her the respect. You greet her first. Go ahead with your question.
Here you don't hold position before, but I don't take government.
Okay, you don't really know her. We know. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me answer you.
No. Let a honorable take that. Repeat the question for me.
Yes. You see, I don't fair be secretary to local government. We want the local government. I don't work as commissioner for energy and water resources. I don't work as commissioner for education. So I don't contest House of Assembly. I win. Godwin Obaseki not let me enter. At the end of the day, the 4 years after I don't do my Thanksgiving for church, where they should be, where we want to do, where we want to do a swearing and all of that. My people, me still get my own for us now. They don't let any one of us wear them. Now, so the 4 years stay expire. So if you know the time where they fight this fight for 4 years, I did the forefront the fight this fight for channels, NTA, AIT, or media, whatever. Even my write, if you Google my name, so you will see the fight where we fight. You will see the video, you'll see the write-up, everything. Even when we fight for this artifact, where Godwin, he want to take what he belong to Oba, for all those things where we both thief come up for palace, whether they return. So, when Benin done the fight for palace, done the fight for in one take up and all of that. I joined for the fight that time, the fight. This same Godwin say enough it. If you Google my name, you will see a lot of articles where I write, against Godwin and against to tell them say what they do not good. And even what I write the president, then, President Buhari, to make caution Godwin about this thing where they do for Edo. Everything they there, you will see on them.
Okay.
So you don't tell why the fight as a Benin man for Edo Kingdom and Edo State.
Your last question, caller. Go ahead.
Okay. This must be the first to
Barrister, not be this man. Barrister. Now I'm going you for the talk and I go cut you off. You say Barrister. Okay?
Okay. Barrister.
Go ahead. Not secretary. Okay. Go ahead.
Barrister Osifo. Call the name where. Don't be doing her.
Well, say that we wanted to nothing to show for it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Who you want us to put the blame on?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
now,
you.
okay. Olakoko, let me quickly answer this question of this guy.
3 minutes.
Let me answer that.
Almost 21, a bit 37 missed call. I might not hear this even. Go ahead, Ogele. Answer.
Yeah, about that developer where they talk about there. Washington Osifo was one time a commissioner of education, while Ekponisi Omorotima was one time a commissioner of education. Both of them did great when it comes to building of schools in Uhude. In my village where I came from, yes, the secondary school and the primary school, just because of the government of the day, we are planning a protest now to protest against Obaseki. I even sent people to that school last week to go and video the school. The principal refused. That's Ogada Grammar School. He refused. And Enika Primary School, he refused. Do you know these schools, they have air conditions. Have air conditions in the class here. Now people are now vandalizing it. Silly fans, everything, the school was okay. Okay. The school was equipped. But the problem, there is no teacher, as we are talking now. The government of the day could not provide teachers for those schools in Uhude. And I want to make people understand, Obaseki they are talking about, Obaseki is partly from Uhude. Obaseki is not from Oredo. That is where people are getting it wrong. There is no road to Obaseki's village. A current governor. Okay, I'll be saying it.
Village.
His village is not from my own village. There is no road connected to Obaseki's village.
The first time I go again, Amikara go there.
Okay.
No, listen. The first time in 2016. In 2016, when in the contest, yeah. Now me and that meeting. In 2016, the contest, that road there. Now me fix that road. Where I take and go there.
Okay.
Now that was the first time coming governor, the then governor, the cola, let them pray for her. Now me hold up it. You understand? They no gain. They know now. They know.
Yeah.
They know. The truth is that if you like, whether you talk, the truth is that one day you will know the truth. If no, you run away and talk. The thing is that not you where they do good, not let them change.
Yes.
Go and ask one other people. When I was secretary, the time I take on for secretary, now that time, I wanted to get zero allocation. Now me, I know how much of my money. Ask anybody where does serve. I serve under Obaze, the late Obaze, Barrister Obaze. Now that time when I come, now then they don't get money. You go say, okay, I bet borrows all the councillors who serve at that time, they are alive. Ask them for one day local government. They go tell you the people who serve as supervisory councillor, they did there. They go tell you, say, how much of my money where council not go fit do anything, go say borrow us first. That money did there today. I not see. Now me be part of those where donate money where they pay salary for one day. I am telling you, when they take run legislative my money will be part of it. So these people from America, they know a lot of them, my friends, who they know, and a lot of them they relate to me very well.
For America, say Eruma women up. This one I young testing of the mic. Go ahead. Name where you are watching.
Epamode we are call.
Epa, go ahead. Domo. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. You do waya wa bosa. Neno kwana ma officer. Ekono tayayo amenarango obaze okonari no as right. First of all, we greet you, my brother, Mr. Olakoko, our great brother, Dr. Osifo, Mr. Bishop, our brother, Mr. Ogele, Itu Waya Wabota. Ika Abawa, Ave Waka Wutana. Especially our brother Dr. Osifo. All you know, take baby is like in Miami Waredo. They say Yai was there against the Palaso. Or might take him and then I just la defena Cabotien avec Simon Niswini Ban Lapopo and Mr. Bishop and Mr. Ogele. zere Renato ya Mugavizian. So, ekenemerie, manibuma oe, iwanibuma ve. So, first of all, not obvious enough one, I can say, oh, yeah, I know it, they are not high. So, compano, no easy mevo, oangia ropa, in a government no ruling as president or somewhere for 7 years plus. What are you using our allocation money, our budget money? Ego na budget is to say now when I am now. What are you using it for? Or what you promised those people? Which one have you fulfilled? Na me where I beg na beg. So Orionaya noni, so they are afraid. I can easily call them chicken. So na mweme we are not one na sonia. So come again, Dr. Osifo, I appreciate you.
Where's it?
What is the outcome? I know that our brother have asked this question. All those our House of Assembly, the people no rare House of Assembly now. They are fortunate. We that live in Western world here, we know this regime, no one is doing their job. It's like Obafeki bought all our people in those states. How come? Nana imie where Owa Namae from nowhere. Onaware. How do you feel? Where I don't even know whether you are the support of a governor the first time of Governor Obaseki. I don't know. But how do you feel when no one come from somewhere? I don't introduce the and our people will just buy into the person and we now voting there. How do you feel? Or is it a mistake or a constitution where anybody can just come and rule?
Okay, where's it? I believe
Doctor.
Well, no one what's it? Otanu no any uvien ogbe. Otanu no uvien ogbe. E what anoro where no can contest if you can really contest. On a right by constitution. No can contest if no contest. However, that right in I said in me because there are laid down, what is expected by the constitution, okay, conditions not going to fulfill it. If you have age, you are a member of a political party, you have you a bit around where of course, why not? You can contest. However, a party, obey party or ye, the reason an way government or governance is uri over no him no way understanding the environment and the society, or near lack, or we have the humility, to provide leadership, such that you can harness the scarce resources in ways that will be to the glory of God and to the joy of greater majority of the people. That is generally the function of those in government. And if the law says that it is your responsibility to do good, you understand, and you don't have the capacity to do good, you don't have the conscience to do good, how can you do good? Because you don't. So the problem we're having is that, particularly with this Obaseki, and also when I mean Iviedo, I'm not just talking about the Benin people, I'm thinking about the Esan and even the Afema. That in Maeka, what we went through in the hands of a total stranger who has no empathy, no sympathy for anybody, stone-hearted, and he doesn't miss any of us because he has never been one of us. And that is why we have resolved that anybody who wants to be governor here must not be the one that is tied to the apron strings of a man who has no respect for the tradition, who has no respect for the custom, who has no respect for the people, who has no empathy, he has no sympathy. You know, his his life is all about business and profit for himself. You understand? Now, there's nothing wrong being in business, but the truth is that when you are a businessman, you're especially a capitalist, your responsibility, your first choice, that what motivates you is that you want to make profit. But in the business of governance, it is a field where you bring your experience as a capitalist to now, you know, marry it with a social to know that you are coming to a social turf. Anybody who is a player in the political arena, you know, must know that it is a social area where you harness the scarce resources, you know, to cause joy, reduce the burden or pains of the people, and create joy and prosperity in that environment. You, as the governor, president, must not see yourself that where element of a commercial venture or commercial trade. Those people, that's what the people are. If all you can see in Edo is to use them to make profit for yourself, to develop your own private company, then there's no way there will be progress in Edo. And that explains the reason why for these past 7.5 years, you can see, look left, look right, center, you will see that apart from a few insignificant environment areas, there is nothing you can point to where this is the legacy, this is our legacy, whatever, you know, that will be leaving behind. I saw on the page of Vanguard, I cannot confirm authoritatively, but I know I saw it on Vanguard, that when he was saying they have spent over 150 million US dollars, you know, to take care of, to deal with the issue of flood and erosion. Meanwhile, when it rains in Benin or in any part of Edo, the roads are impassable. You need to come to Benin at night. You will see everywhere dark, no light. Now look at, you see, if you see, now thank God you boy in abroad, you see what happens there. Where you walk, there are areas where
Okay. Go ahead, Congress. Caller, go ahead.
Yeah,
Thomas.
I think it's left.
Oh, yes, sir.
God bless you, sir.
You are doing a great job for Benin Kingdom. Osaguwaro.
Yes, sir.
A quick one. This struggle. Then, in year to the Obaseki's administration, try the SA and the SSA, the year two, here where it has nothing to do with Obaseki. It's a pity.
You know, so if you look at those states, you know,
by the grace of God,
to scout for one thing that will be memorable when Godwin leaves, you say, okay, this is exactly what he did. Look at it. It's full of lies, you know.
He's still associating with them. They went to commission something in Abudu. The same Edoge were there. I tell you, they can call, they are in his office in government house. And he claimed to be a Benin man. He was a Guaisos Spain. Big man for a man. He was a Guaisos Spain. Where he is Ogi. You as a governor who claims to be a Benin man, you are still invited to government house. What a pity. Then, the government wants at this saying where we should not bring Palace into it. There is no way we can separate Palace. The governor has stepped on the lion stage. There's no hiding place for him. A matter like I can pay, he needs to pay a price. You have federal allocation, you have the idea of the state, all the loans have been taken 25 billion, 30 billion, 17 billion. Those states is the first debtor state, the whole of the federation. The state with the highest debt, the first. And those states, people are not asking questions. Well, one winner, how do you assess a man that is working? You have to assess and compare the money that is coming into the state. When the work being done, you will know whether it's a failure or a success. Don't tell me it's working. We have a local government. We have the development in Afu say no one will be hands and the rest. Uromi and the rest. He's just doing some skeletal job in Oredo or Atunu here, Agbo here. People are clapping. Show me completed project out of finish. Cars road with streets, gutters, and side drains and street light. Show me. Go to King Square, the city center, the water fountain. That's the city center. The center of town. Oh, Obaseki is a pity. Now, I want to use this opportunity to correct one thing that has been circulating in the media. And this will shock some of you. And some of you here, you are part of this movement. The 40 members of House of Assembly, where they were deprived of sitting in the House. After some few months, a similar thing took place in Cross River State. Governor Yade, he moved from PDP to APC. He also moved with 24 members of House of Assembly. The PDP in that state went to court. And they got judgment at that first court. So I sat down, I got an inspiration from God Almighty. I was supposed to test run the law in Edo and go to the court. Because all 24 members of House of Assembly were all in APC. Don't forget, because of Adansolio Oshobole's election, the governorship election doesn't take place the same year of the House of Assembly election. So when Obaseki defected from APC, when he was disqualified, he moved to PDP. He tried to move with the House of Assembly. The 9 big 7 members that moved with him. So I initiated that move that we should go to court. I involved the 40 members. Washington is my living witness. Christian Kaibe, Tiger, Edero, Honorable, the former speaker. We always doing conference call. You go are witness to it. If anything I'm doing, I'm transparent. We were trying to make move. I approached our brother, Oshoma, a lawyer. Oshoma told me he will not take a cover from this case, that he is from Benin. But the only challenge he had, he wants to have 2 SAN, GTO Bui, and they are based in Abuja, so they can team up with him, so we can go to court and ask questions to so interpret. Do the 7 members who moved Obaseki from APC to PDP, can they still maintain their seat? The court is so interpret. Although there were similar cases in court before now on this same matter, but this is a different case entirely. Our brother Westidausa also approached him. He has been representing the APC for some time now. A lot of even Denko, we were on conference call. Then one of our brothers, they call him Amigo. He's a social media presenter based in Dallas. I said, okay, let me add into this movement. All was my initiative. We were talking to Liberal Oshoma on a conference call. Washington was there live. Mr. Tabe was there live. Oh, Gili, why not live? Then Oshoma, when I asked the question, how much do we need to give to the lawyers now so they can start the court process? Oshoma said for him, he's not taking a dime. But let us take a break for 5 minutes. Let me quickly reach out to Bicho Bui, SAN. People know him. He will get back to us. In between that 5 minutes, Amigo quickly called the chairman of APC. What I'm saying, I told him, he called the chairman of APC. He quickly sent 1 million, 1,000 to him. Thinking we are sending money here. He will be given the tickets of House of Assembly from he now betrayed all of us. He did not wait for the lawyer to come back so we can put resources together so we can commence the case. But for over 3 years now, and I'm going to be shouting, APC, give me my money. APC, do me. I sponsor APC. So, I want you all to know, he did not sponsor APC. He played the smart one on us. He quickly went to call Emose. Thinking if he gives him that money, It will be lost. I mean, I know where Congress, a 1 million, 1,000 day slot of House of Assembly. You present this movement. This money is meant for this lawyer. Whatever all these years, he could not prosecute this case. This is my own initiative. Even who were white there, when we come to media and be singing, APC took me, APC took my money. 700 million are content. APC must pay back. The question I want to ask is, did he buy form? Expression of interest form? Nomination form? Did he buy anything? We let what you were. We are here the elders in your community. How does that settle 700 million? Our brother DVD contested. Our brother Washington contested election. He was not alive in the operation. For 4 years, he was not paid the time. But you know what he moved up. On my life, they were 500 million. Come and give him the money back. So you all want to know. And then when he got a tape now from this live show, amigo, I want to tell you, amigo, come to your live show. Carry that your miraculous red Bible. Pray for your. What I am saying, you are for you. You are very chronic. You are very crafty and deceitful. You betray all of us. You quickly went to rush and give because they must have money. 1 million, 1,000. Think if you give me that money, you will get that slot of House of Assembly. The master of all, like saying, insulting the party, insulting the other. When they were not concerned from the APC, he had a ticket. They went home to research the guy. They're still working with the family APC. Always APC here, when he's working for us, he go down. Always APC here, is associated with
yes.
Come on the live, audio show, audio recording, all circulated here. But this matter has not to look for one thing. So the case of this matter, this is what happened by that. They want to recognize 7 local government obas, which is an aberration. He doesn't have that so far. I know it's not Kanu. You get the one your name was type. We have to punish Obaseki at the polling booth with this action. Sometime ago, about 2-3 years ago, he wanted to recognize Ogiame and the second Oba in Benin Kingdom. Mohammed bin Binani, I used to be Zodua and the civil society group in Roma. I was at there. So Obaseki has been doing this. And he will not rest. 5 months to go. He's still skinny, trying to undermine the palace. I don't know the bitterness in him, the hunger in him. Artifacts that left the palace to United States, Germany, and other countries. He is now really claim to it like the state government. Nigeria was not in existence in 1897. Edo State was not in existence. So why are you laying claim to this? And you claim to be a Benin man. And we have prominent people in Obaseki family. Here a bear, here a Okagbe. Why can't they call him to order? It's a disgrace. It's a sacrilege. It's an abomination. Taking our royal father to court. Now, I have spoken with the lawyer, Obayuwana. It's a pity. It's a pity. Yeah, Taleminota. Tomorrow morning, you go. They'll go and boy his house. He has made up his mind. He's not going back. I mean, the actions were the time where they want to drop this case.
That's victory for us. That's victory for us.
So, my brother Washington, you came out on this and you spoke on this issue. You stood your ground. The Benin people are in love with you.
Yes, sir.
All of UK, Germany.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Washington Osifo has done it.
Because of what you will get a higher office.
Amen.
We bless you. What you of the life.
Amen.
Our young position, no red. We are putting what you see for there.
Amen.
So by the grace of God, a matter now is our campaign.
Yes, sir. I was here, but I was here. Of honor.
That's why don't waste your money. I know it's not funny. We will stand with our Oba.
Yes.
We will stand with him 100%.
You don't want to know.
And they will be punished at the polling booth.
Yes. So, where's the Baba?
I'm listening live.
Off work, where's it?
Thank you. God bless.
Attend. Loud yet. When we went out there, where's the Baba? Yes. Yes. Okay. Awa. Where's the Baba? Yes. All the more any man watching with a doctor, all the dead baby, now the always when you are all the dead baby more. Who takes the neck ya be a money? What you say, what's a upo? I'm weary. What you see, Osifo, a doctor, they don't wear in here. Oh, man, America, you know, so I'm doing where they win, where they marry.
I wonder, yeah.
But now, but don't kill the man in our way. Yes, we win. So, any position, the way you are wear pen, we must say, yeah. If I need you, don't know where you back.
Yes. The only politician that came out to speak for our royal father in this period, among the politicians, they are afraid of Obaseki. He stood his ground. Then from there, we pick it up again, Doctor. Yes. Those are propagandas. Those are lies.
Whether Don Pedro Obaseki, why did his brother, the Enoge, why did he not do it when his brother was alive? If he knew that there was justice and fairness in what he's doing, why did he wait for his brother to join our ancestors before having these gods to now start fighting his son, the Oba's son, who is now the Oba of Benin as it is today? Why did he wait to now be a fight between, according to what's his name, Don Pedro? Why did he wait for this time to now be a fight between an uncle and a nephew? Why not a fight between brother and brother? It was because he didn't see any governor who supported him to do that. It has always been there. It is not a will that just came. It has always been there. But he didn't see a comrade Adams and Oshimole who supported him to do this. He read his body.
Where's the Baba?
Mr. Monday from UK. Monday Egosa from UK. Oh, man. God bless you. Yes. Monday Egosa, yes, UK.
First of all, I will need to thank our amiable Dr. Washington Osifo for honoring this invitation today. Dr. Owese Kakabo, we'll talk of you with one Honorable Billy Osawe, a former four-time councillor in Obia Northeast. We will often talk about you. Again, I thank you for coming today. My question is this: you have touched most of my pressing questions. You have touched it. You have gone to that area. And our brother, good comrade, came and expatiated on this matter. Me and a good comrade, he's been in the forefront for fighting terms and tradition, Kakabo, Europe and America. The problem here now is that I now know the passion with what you have said today. We didn't have time to talk like this. Except last year, I had a singular opportunity when you interacted with us during the presidential campaign council for President Tinubu. Last year, you spoke to those in diaspora. Uwese Kakabo. This very particular problem with Obaseki and our reverend monarch, it's a matter we should not take lightly. We should take this matter very serious. What Obaseki has done, this damage they have done to the Oba of Benin Palace. I mean, if I say the Oba of Benin Palace, I may be right. Last 2 years, there were some artifacts to be released by the Honor Museum. I was privy to be there. Obaseki was not invited. We fought it. We fought this matter, and they were to release it there. The Oba got to know, and he asked his immediate junior brother, Prince Aratise Rediawa, to represent him and the High Commissioner in London. Obaseki, unknown to us, ambushed us, came to London, made a very strong argument asking that this artifact should be released to him, that he will use that artifact to raise money to build schools. On that day, we were all surprised. He was asking, pressurizing the Prince Aratise to sign documents which the museum authority gave us. And the Prince said, I am not going to sign any document without reading it. What am I going to tell our Royal Majesty? That aside, I don't want to prevail on that. All I want to appeal to you today is to continue to keep fighting for the respect and ujedu. Today now, all the supporters of Obaseki, they are saying you are bringing palace into this politics, whereas it's not. It's the truth. We want our culture, we want our tradition, we want our respect. What Obaseki has done now is not good to us. My question is this: what do you think can be done to sustain this argument, to sustain this campaign against Obaseki fighting the palace? Obaseki cannot continue like this. I mean, how can you so disrespect the Reverend Monarch, fighting him on the artifact front, and at the same time choosing who will be the Nogi? It's not his responsibility. It's not part of the constitutional right of the executive to keep picking and choose what not supposed to be choosing to become the Nogi of any particular community. My great doctor, please can you expatiate on what can be done now to prevail on Obaseki to withdraw that case immediately, an apology to the Oba of Benin and go to the palace. Yeah, you know it from top. Please, I will want that I'll come back with other question. The question will be, how do you see the present situation and the feelings of those people, especially those in the Ogbe Ward 1? How do you think now these people are now feeling, especially the traditional people, about Obaseki's behavior in this regard?
God bless you. God bless you.
We are not contributing. Don't be well.
You know,
God bless you. That is Monday. Of UK. Go ahead, Honorable. Go ahead.
You know, what's it, sir? Otanu no, and you have me. Who do we want? May your days be long and fruitful.
Oh, papa, doctor, who were kissing? But America is so well, we are doing you. Oh, he may go where a woman wear the red do. Here I reckon of the Yago Manasi Koi. Where, or Managbo, no. I'm very happy.
Go ahead, sir, doctor. Go ahead.
Well, Monoke Isire, Uwenisi, Kate Uwenisi, Ote Donobaye, Udo Hawe, Oviedo. Osae, or anime. Yeah, well, we not go Osifo or you Yanedo. So, area.
Okay. Waga video na America. Waga you do. Go ahead, give America.
No?
But why not? Go ahead.
Iye no kwa we oba, iye ra we oba. We oba no from the lineage of Oba. Eye no kwa we are from the lineage of Oba Avorameno, about the great Oba Avorameno Ogbasi. Also, ni ana wega ya Oba yani oye avina egi etu ya die dandevil. Eri o egi ya we ni ade o be vie so evie me ibi Oba o de
network wa dogo
Olakoko Frankele Marela, we are contribute. Frankele Marema. Go ahead, my brother.
Peter. Avec quoi c'est huh?
Honorable, hold on, sir. There's a caller on the line here contributing. Go ahead, Frankele.
Okay.
Iwa Kabo from my honorable Dr. Washington Osifo. Who you are me?
Sure, sir.
Who see your Serena baby? I mean, and you are son. Let me do. It's another day. I can't tell you. Don't kill it. After the America, they will go upon them with go. Do I tell you, no matter where we are doing, and in America, we wow. We are way. So,
on your amigo.
Every year, an amigo pass for America now. Okay. So, any time is that where Manedo, Mageli, no Gilly, say. If you say, I think you with your Jana, no be angry. I will go never be the Rodoni or Dwekinia Dona. I will go never be the Red or Dwekinia Dona. If you say, no, I think you with your Jana. I must say, you shall look no, the very papa. You shall look no, the very papa. I know Jabuna, 5 months or 5 months in. Yeah, you beg or the bed like a pulpit or park a doni. Why a millionaire? Because why? A guarima, no Okayazaki. Any year, no mere beg whining. Any also nothing in a matter. I'm a here. And now when I go, or Marama when I go, every day. This is the end of his career. And what do you create history? Never history. Maybe I will beg history no wrong here now. Only in my mind. Any do it. I will tell you what I can do. Only now, I will let them history of but I'm here. If not the case, they do the officer. Master, God will not get after no your basket. No, we are going to you.
Hey, say, what Mr. Young?
We anywhere. We are teaching you here. No body at all. Now, they are going to go. Tiger. I am not Tony. I better party. I don't know what you are doing. Cannot see me. I'm about to get out of the road. Well, say, now I'm not no why God will know your basket, no your contoyo. All he had want to get in the guy after.
Sir, what Mr. Young? What may you
agree. Can I Pedro the Bema local? A Pedro to better than not you and I know. I know do party more give or not.
Yes,
Pedro, now you cut a secret of my media.
Yes.
Do I go on now where I had to say, I can't be. I can't you are. What was planting berry? What's here? We have to buy a Basket family cannot just go. Where are they? So whether you do you cook up Pedro? Where are they? Do you view one or that one? Since you work return and send up Basket family. I'm better than a packet. See. I am here over here. I'm not Baba Sakina. I can't back a little. I'm not saying you can.
I can't be we. Better. Okay, better. A picture no worry for me.
And you know, Tata can make politics in my play. And politics are very like because of someone in my brother. You know, politics near where you go. That's why you go down. I will no celebrate. When no cooking, you go, yeah, red gas now. When no worry, a government is so poor. I'm also poor. Make the nasa from Edo to be an Edo son. Yeah, I told it that. What a better than the other media. I say go down and win. Make the nasa as a Edo son. I want to say government. What they bring about some they bring about so what in you know what they get people what they get go to about what they get aso you go oh if you go to support yeah what you go yeah so yeah what you go no
Thank you, Wesley. Wesley, now get Dr. Washington Kwimakwan. Walao. Wesley, Kola, Wamujakere,
from Nigeria, yes, Kola, 2 minutes. Go ahead, Zabo. Okay, yeah, Papa, go ahead. 10 minutes, also, Papa. Doctor, go ahead.
Yes, Wesley, Iwakmo, I know call is in. The
last caller, Jamie okay call, doctor. People are calling
that last caller, the penultimate caller before this caller, the caller before this, or no, but or not, he did ask a question where how do we, ensure that we encourage Benin people and the Edo people, whether it's Afema, to continue in this battle. I think so that the Godwin succeed. The answer is simple. Through sustained advocacy and constant media education, collaborating, and with other media outfits, then to talk. When you are talking, you are educating people. There are a lot of people who before now didn't know what was happening. And until this matter, they went to court, they dragged the Oba to court, people didn't know, or even if they knew, they didn't believe that Godwin was capable of doing that. Even when we were fighting and all of you were supporting the fight, against Godwin, when he was trying to take what belongs to the palace in that artifact, most people didn't believe or didn't understand what was happening. Now they are in court. This is exactly where they shot themselves on their foot. Now they are in court on their feet. So they now knew, or they are aware now that, oh, this thing is true. So that is why they are coming out. And even now, anytime there's an adjournment in the court date, you see people now sending messages everywhere and they're taking countdown. It is only when things have important status that people begin to take countdown and they're expecting it. And that's one way of mobilizing. The media is powerful. We must continue to use the media to get across to people. I know the role, the Europe, America, and other parts of the world played to support Godwin Obaseki when they perceived that Obaseki, because he was lying to Europe and America, that he was being oppressed, not knowing that he was a chameleon, they believed him and they helped him to give him this second tenure. If not for those in diaspora, it wasn't possible who had their weight, on their people back home here to direct their people and persuade their people to vote for the man. Obaseki wasn't going to win that. It was not favored to win. It was you people in Europe and America who turned the tide, and that was how you won.
Okay.
I very well believe that we need to sustain the candidate he's supporting. Obaseki is only supporting his candidate to continue, since 5 months is not enough now, to carry out his evil plan. God forbid that Obaseki Governor Obaseki finds his way through Aswan Godaro to this place again. The truth is that he will continue from where Obaseki stopped. How do I know? Ask Aswan Godaro right now. When Obaseki was misbehaving, Aswan Godaro has always been with him. What did he do to warn Obaseki as to the artifact? What does he think about this that is happening? The decentralization of the powers of the palace now into seven traditional councils. What does he think about it? What does he think about the artifact? The truth is that he will be chewing his tongue, in his cord. He cannot really say what, because it is a plan. Don't worry, I will continue, and he has even said it, that he will continue from where Obaseki stopped. So for me, in order to ensure that there's unity in Edo Kingdom, in order to ensure that we sustain the leadership and rulership of our very revered Oba, who was born in heaven and sent to earth to come and prevail, preside over the affairs of men, particularly the Edo race, as far as Benin race, as far as Edo, this world is concerned. If we want to rally around, the first place to start it is to ensure that Obaseki, who has no respect for the palace, who is also bringing another man by name, whatever they call him, Asue Igodalo, or whatever they call him, to not take us and continue from where he stopped. He wants to hand over the battle to him. We must reject them. If not for anything, any vote for Asue Igodalo, particularly in Benin land, will mean that is a vote supporting him over and above the palace. We must reject him. We must reject him. We must teach him a lesson that you cannot come here, disrespect our Oba. Prefer other Obas outside Edo State. Prefer other Obas outside Edo State. Respect Obas outside Edo State, to the detriment of our Oba. Yet you come here, make us dry, take our finances away, enrich yourself, and you are using it to pay homage to other Obas. Never again will it happen that a man who has no respect for the culture, who has no respect for custom, who has no respect for tradition, the only thing they have respect for is their pocket. Never again shall they themselves be governor of this state or promote anybody to be governor of this state. The palace is at the center. That palace is over 2,000 years. Godwin Obaseki and his families were not in existence when that palace started existing as a family. The palace has fought so many wars and battles and won up to Goa, Timbuktu, Ghana, and everywhere in Benin Republic. They fought, they conquered, and they were all part of the Benin Kingdom. Thank God, Oba Eware the First, the Great, who also now came as Oba Eware the Second, the Great, who fought that battle. He himself is a gallant fighter. He came with that same spirit as a gallant fighter. He was fighting in the interest of to survive the Benin race. He's still fighting. He's still fighting that battle in the Benin race. Well-read, highly articulated Oba, who is respected. Look at our president. Whenever you see, I love Mr. President Tinubu. The truth is that the reason why I will continue to love my president is because when I see the posture, when the Oba, I've seen people, other traditional rulers go to visit visit our president in Aso Rock. I know how he receives them. When I saw that the president, my own president, the great president Tinubu, was almost kneeling down and rubbing his head on the floor, just as a traditional man, this is what it is, to rubbing his head on the ground and bowing with two hands to reverence our great Oba, while our Oba was standing tall, straight, and just also according respect to the president. I just said, wow, what a president. If you do not have respect for anybody, less more so the Oba of Benin or the traditional rulers, the truth is that you are not a fit and proper person to lead the people. And tell me your friends, and I will tell you who you are. And I have seen that a man who has never been your friend, when he comes to you to ask you for anything, and he has never empathized with you, has never sympathized with you, but all of a sudden, because he needs something from you, he's not masquerading to be your friend. Please be very careful. He is 419. He cannot be trusted. He cannot be trusted. If you don't know him, he wasn't close to you yesterday. He has never been close to you. He knows next to nothing about you, your custom, and your tradition. You cannot entrust your life, your future into his hands. Because I say future and life because politics and governance is life. If you will find good life tomorrow, it depends on the policies of those in government. And if a man doesn't have the heart of empathy, the heart of sympathy, he doesn't have the human face and the human heart, he cannot give to you the kind of life. He cannot pursue ideologies, he cannot pursue policies that will give you better life. If a man is strong at heart, all he will give to you is that God will chastise you. God will chastise you with whips. God forbid that the one his sponsor comes, he's going to chastise you with scorpions. Go and match it. Go and mark my word. But I'm happy because I know by the grace of God and by the prayers of our ancestors, it will never happen. Godwin will not find himself a third term here, in the person of Aswa Ighodalo. That I know. The ancestors of Edo land has spoken. The God of heaven has spoken. All good natured persons in Benin, in Afema, in Nesan, they have spoken, and they are rejecting Obaseki and they are rejecting his candidate. And the truth is that if you do not respect your tradition, you do not respect your custom, it means that you don't even have respect for your parents. And if you don't have respect for your parents, is it me, common me, that you don't have respect for? It is not possible. So a man that cannot respect the palace, that cannot respect the tradition, cannot respect anybody. They will always come here to trade and take our finances and our wealth away to enrich themselves far away in Lagos or wherever they are coming from. We are saying no. The errors and mistakes we made before, we will never make it again. We will never make it again. And somebody who has no respect for custom and tradition cannot be entrusted, or cannot be trusted with the collective wealth of the people. So for me, I want to advise again: we need to sustain this advocacy. We need to have courage to speak truth to power. We need to be able to come out, and put ourselves on the line to defend our lives and defend by defending the monarch and the palace, such that which is known, for which we are respected for all over the world, we must continue to earn it and continue to hold it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, caller, go ahead. Your name and where you are calling from. 3 minutes, because Mama, we don't keep Chairman too long. So I believe the Chairman want to go now. You go ahead. It's okay.
I'm calling from Italy.
Italy. Off we be.
Here na have politics. I really na ya gbogbo wa. Okay, election day, Godwin only need to all the alien like second time. Now, anybody is there,
the way I started 4+4.
And the man looking at where the because I don't see any reason where online lads don't put out there. I was done a politician, APC or CS. Okay, now what's your body over there where I was the most I was dying.
I will talk of election. I don't see any reason there. Because in the time they beg what is that? When we get any give up. He has a governor. He has a boy.
Oh.
The company need the van, he has a more brother governor.
You're a king.
There were where maybe anybody no let me do a
you're a king.
The company any governor or any man all play.
You know?
The company yeah, that we am where he had a cost. So there was cost of your enemy with you. Now, because I got very, he is my idea for you. Oh, not I will because of the policies I am. Every man I wear, he had a cost. Don't go.
Where's the color?
Yes, because me I do that. Don't even.
Kakabo.
I do that. I do that. I don't even want to
Kakabo. Where's it, Baba? Oh, for Agua. Where's it? Agua, yeah, media fo. Area one off way, but media fo, a media fo, how are we for? Any jana mayata. Oh, what can we well for a bit? Domo.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
What is the Osifo? I thought you got it.
Oh, for a
bit. No. Now the time up a
go ahead. What go ahead now? Every time you move video. Go ahead.
Okay. And that will go. A man in North America was away. You people again, no pass Ekimana Kuni Wala. My name is Peter John from Spain.
Okay.
Let me read myself. Okay, where then no pass Ekimana Kuni Wala. A House of Assembly again, I inaugurate of war. Or when you people will compensate to war. People were compensated with so amount.
He's referring to a Ranomigo. He's referring to a Ranomigo.
A caller or one in America swing.
Okay, Clement Ranomigo.
How about you look funny? Do well. All right, man. Nutra. Eriba, where they call that? So, what do you have to say?
Where's the get
Let me just drop this one inside. Dr. Washington Osifo is the only person in Nigeria not Jigo Neranomigo 500,000 naira. I will end it there. Go ahead.
DJ
Ranomigo, where or whether you or any other person, or where a Godwin or Baseki or anybody. Iya magu matota where inigo mari in wama where ama wetari ego ni ma. Rudigo mana agbina yi na magbina yi ima win election ma ya do level yi. Yeme we ma seti ni neota. O se ona mi wo wi ana ya live. O be when yes but akpon so abo abi na mi ya yi. Yeme even ma be ari cut of frustrated ni ma mi ro pari we cut na tie. Ona prevail on judiciary ona wemi ya no keke no na ya make sure where mama chin e matter your record we na tara am I typho me o ba se ki mama total gun a doc kubiri igbana ya so me even Filishaibu we ni akufo ara ni we ni akeku edere ore ora do mi ma wa la o im no sunu na la na ya bi o ba se ki o my ni ama we talking no o have anybody tie. Whether Ranomigo or anybody will hang anybody tie where you go to my do not go to my I'm go no in my I'm go no in my where inigo no ya seti asa my win election o ha mwe mamo sawa umato egbe no kere ebo no kere no vote no mato Europa Isaac we go inigo no na we are seti asa don no ti asa osani o edehia edopaya we edehia ya hai edehia ya kuhuke ya ema ya no bomwe ya time da e me contest election igo me ya contest ina be ari wu game vive win osabo awe me ona yewe ya vote me ina yawe Thanksgiving as a believer. Even with Thanksgiving, a dog go, you do not vote go. When I will me lava, other 13 people, equia, odafe equal, they buy a duffy fool, they buy a remo, una when you lava aba. Ikpe neni we ya sinya kotoni, osarubo akan si we koto e de yami ya no ribo yo kan sinya koto. Eyin na ta say. So, eyan mari go ropa. Degbe na mi go we degbe we mari go ropa or me my ke no na ta o me ma ho do time anybody or time wa privately or se me wa no iye we ka mi me we da mi opa no te mata mi no keke no ye we na wa no I wa di ogo e na use na mi no keke no ye I me to otu we because I'm an African child and I respect him and not DM otu we lamoguni we back in lamoguni eto so he did o my me ni ya how ya gbe because amaya ma video so me marry believe we go set it video because matter yo me ho imam ke no na tie so I want to believe that he didn't even say that but Tony is too unfortunate but I can tell you today where Omar Pano nema we but here inigo eyan mo why na inigo ari no no tire whether Obaseki whether Felicia Ibo anybody in his government blah 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 rock pa error the only thing I know and I still know till today where matana record here makwe na te matana because here frustrated and a case in of a tenure or expire the last time in my court a court when the man die since in maga agbina yi where at the House of Assembly or expire the tenure expire okay what do time why you manana on your time court in my I na time court we no ri we bo here no ri abebue oni my court do ta we boy why boy ne na rita we zonyo bo wa boy so I return oya mo nu and ogbosa yese and rita in na miewo of so am yo even that's just the truth because of man egbon ani mekin megbi na negbe me osarubo benika o emeguina una itemi ni ma pa eva una tie o megbe enu riri miewo because na ya ho ewo yin so eri owa no na leru na my mama we na tie bona so me agwe nika me gwe manika re gwe ma usabara rekete no so yan okay ake nika usabara rekete so me I will not join issues with such people no mind ni awuni that's just
thank you doctor what body doctor watch it
wa person like you so bishop go ahead
doctor thank you very much because we don't want to take all of your time you have tried so talk because you spend so much time. You said a lot. The whole world watched you. People called from US, from Germany, from UK, from Italy, from Sweden, Norway. In fact, everywhere people are watching and they are all taking notes. Sir, thank you very much for coming today to grace this platform.
God bless you, sir. My pleasure.
What will you say about your party's candidate? At least maybe to round it up at the final.
Yeah, my party's candidate. Well, I was an aspirant. 29 of us were in that race. You know, to fly the flag, to take the ticket and fly the flag of APC in the forthcoming election. One of the things, that was bothering all of us.
Hold on first. Hold on. Be patient, caller. Get Dr. Guanhian.
One of the things that bothered all of us and still bothering all of us is the depth of the disrespect that Godwin Obaseki and his perceived candidate at that time, who has now come out to be his candidate. You know, the disrespect that they have of the palace, and the how Edo has degenerated in terms of development, starting from even the ring road. You know, if you look at ring road as it is today, you will see the tires are gone, gallops everywhere in the heart of the city. The only surviving roads in that environment are the roads done by Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole when we were all there. Airport Road, Apakpava, Oba Market Road, Sapler Road, Mission Road. These are the only things of it. But even what we did in Ring Road, where we turned that museum ground into a park of a sort where people come on Sunday, Saturday, weekend, and all of that beehive of activities, and people enjoying themselves. The water fountain, and that was people. Sometimes when people come there to take picture, nobody will believe that such a thing is in Benin. Nightlife return to Benin and all of that around that environment. You see everywhere bubbling, everywhere happy. The man has eroded everything that we labored for. Eroded it. Regwai. Look at the palace. Look at that ring road we are talking about. That place added beauty to the palace. I am sure because of the hatred he has for the palace, he does not see any reason why anywhere around any good thing around the palace should add beauty to the palace. So at the end of the day, he messed up the whole environment, messed up Edo State, and at the end of the day, he's asking us to vote for his candidate. Who the hell does he think he is? So for me, the voter's card is something that you use to. There are two things you can do with the voter's card. It's either you use it to punish a man or a woman who you voted for and did evil and caused you pain, by not voting for them again, or you use it to commend somebody who you voted for, he did well for you. So, but this time around, I haven't seen the retrogression that Godwin and the debt burden that Godwin has brought to Edo State. The irreducible minimum you can do.
Was on. Even the Enugu, who is supposed to be fighting on behalf of the palace.
Okay, my people.
Somebody who fears God, somebody who respects traditional rulers and traditions, is somebody that is accustomed and is attuned with his tradition. He had tremendous respect for the Oba of Benin and other traditional rulers in Edo State, because that is how it was brought up. Is somebody who has a lot of persons you can report into if it goes wrong. Never you at any time make the mistake of voting for anybody who do not have anybody you can report the person to if the person messes up. Oh no, you have not been asking. But this man comes from a family. You can't blame his family. There are good people in his family, but when a man thinks that he's bigger than his family, this is what happens. Nobody can talk to him. The Falcon cannot hear the Falconet anymore. Godwin has suddenly discovered that he has always been like that, and that's why we didn't want him. He discovered that he's bigger than everybody. He's the one who knows it all, and at the end of the day, he's even bigger than his family. So the family has left him alone. Go and do whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, you will remember us. So for me, I also sympathize with his family. I have said it before that Justice Otutu Obaseki, of blessed memory, who was a Supreme Court judge, he made the finest of judgment ever known in the history of judiciary in this country. However, how do you compare that this man, Godwin Obaseki, comes from that same family? So you can see Owen Obaseki, another Obaseki is my friend, another great guy, compassionate, intelligent, love Benin and the palace, and is even fighting on the side of the palace against Godwin Obaseki at this time. These are men. You see, Godwin Kere, that's just the truth. Imaya Kinokere, I don't still believe that Oviedo no. I might believe Oviedo no, because Oviedo will be no. So for my candidate, this is the right person that is needed. You have to be very careful. The history of my candidate, when you see the history of Monday Okpewolo, the candidate of All Progressives Congress, you will know that even from the little he has done so much for his people. Tell me who you are, what you have done, and I will tell you what you can do in the future. So, but look at the man. Before he became a governor of Edo State, and this was the complaint some of us were telling Comrade, he has never had any relationship with Benin, with Edo State, with anybody here. He was in the finance world. He cannot point to one person that he helped. Neither can he point to one investment that he had in Edo State. Not even investment in Edo State. Not even anybody that he employed anywhere that is a Benin, Esan, or Afema before he became governor. And I'm asking a question: if you don't relate with your people, how are you going to? And that was why when he became governor, rather than believe and allow Edo people to to work here and end here, he would rather bring people from Lagos who are not Benin people, who are not Esan people, who are not Afama people, to come and work here, take our money and go back to Lagos. And that is capital flight. all contracts that he will take, he will give here, he would rather give it to non-Edo people to execute it and take our money to Lagos to develop Lagos and the Lagos economy and making Edo poorer. This one that is also sponsoring, this one is also like that. It comes from Lagos. He has no business with Edo. He has never had any business with his people. He has never sang borehole like our own Monday Okpebolo. He doesn't have much, but from the little he had, even before he became a senator, he has been doing it for years. Not because he wanted to contest, but this is part of his spirit. It's part of what he believes in. That if God blesses you with something, you must give to the next person. He has done it severally in areas of building schools, in areas of grading roads, in areas of scholarship for the have-nots, in areas of empowering market women, farmers, and all of that. He has done a lot in areas of building traditional homes, in areas of building home for worship and all of that. He has done it. In terms of relationship, that is the most important thing. You can build, and yet you build this sarcastically and you don't have any respect. But this is a man that is humble. He has respect. He has respect. And he is a man who has shame. Somebody who does not have shame. You cannot entrust anything, not to talk of public wealth in that person's hand. The kind of lifestyle they live, very, exorbitant lifestyle they live, is such that they will not be looking for the state resources to take care of those kind of fake lifestyle and all of that. This our candidate is not like that. He's somebody, when he promises, he does it. When the time comes, you will see, all of you, you are here, you will be there. You will see what he has done before, even before he became senator, what he's doing now as a senator. These are things he doesn't need to talk too much to be able to do things. Moses didn't say too much, to take the Israelite out of Egypt to the promised land. So if you believe in God and you believe in the development of Edo, you believe in anyone who will serve our Oba and serve other traditional rulers to the benefit of the kingdom, to the glory of God and to the joy of the people. Trust that Okpebolo Monday, aka Akpakomiza, the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, will do that. When I was contesting as aspirant, all of us, what I was saying is that my joy was that any one of us, of the 29 of us, will be able and capable, and that was what gave me the joy. I know what I can do. Akpakomiza will even do it better. And we will all support him because he's a listening man. He's a man who believes that no one person can do it alone without the support of the others. And that is the relationship that I enjoy with him. I've known him over the years as a man that can be trusted. It's just that I cannot trust any man more than myself. You understand? Because even the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. It didn't say love your neighbor more than yourself. Therefore, as much as I love myself, that's the kind of love I have for him. As much as I trust myself, that's the kind of trust that I have for him. So anybody who believes in what I'm saying today, who believes in what I have done, what I lived, or in my ideologies and what I've done in the past before now, please find reason, find justification to believe in Monday Okpebolo. And I can tell you that destiny is a destiny that you will be proud of if you help him and you support him to be governor. I am telling you, tomorrow you'll be thankful to God that you made that choice, a choice that will develop Edo State and partner with our great Benin monarch, the Oba of Benin, Oba Ewari the Great, the second, to develop Benin, also working with other traditional rulers from other senatorial districts to connect with the Federal Republic of Nigeria to develop Edo and use Edo money for Edo people and not for Lagosian or any other state.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Doctor. I think at this junction, Olakoko, do you have any concern? We cannot talk time.
Yeah, Doctor can go. So we only have two calls.
Thank you. We will just take call. Please, everybody, celebrate Dr. Washington, Dr. Honorable Washington Osifo. Celebrate your Lakoko. Clap for him. Clap for Doctor. Thank you. Thank you.
So Doctor is about to leave now. Make yes, go ahead, caller. So Doctor, you can leave if you want to leave.
Thank you.
Wawese, thank you for having me. God bless you. God bless you. Let's do this all the time. For our kingdom, for our Oba, and for our state.
Next time we ask one you.
I just swear now. I just swear now. You understand? Indiani yes igeko norwe. O ya ya simye wo wa o. Ọba Tọ́pẹ́. Ọba Tọ́pẹ́.
Go ahead, Kola. Go ahead.
Wesley.
Thank you, sir.
Wesley, thank you so much. God bless you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Inabu.
What went Inabu? Doctor, what went line or Inabu?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm a
go
better.
ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like I always say, you are one
Huh?
of the people that encourage me.
Okay, I can barely hear him.
For politics. You see that it's like you are like a prophet. All these things that's happening in Edo State now regarding our present governor, you said all these things long ago. That if we continue to vote for this man, we are going to regret it, which is happening right now. It happens that during then I visited Ike, which is where this present governor came from. In my village, Uhuode as a whole, there's no road. Uhuode as a whole, there's no road. And anybody, I keep saying it, any fly that flew with Oba ticket, I will never allow that fly to touch me. God forbid. God forbid. Those that are still anticipating that we are going to vote for Godwin, Ama say anything. Owoma, you want it because here or Maui. Honorable Washington, we are proud of you. I'm happy that you are from my clan. I'm happy you are from my local government. I'm happy that you are one of the brains we have at Uwode. During that local government, what is it called? House Assembly strongholds. You can decide to be part of the government, earning your money, but you refuse. You stood by people. It's either you don't want to take a salary or you want to work for your people, which almost all along 4 years. This man denied you. I can see some people saying where you run away, you don't want to represent people. No, we all knew that you were pushed away because a man or Mao no lele but thank God, no nyana or manyakwe. 100 years is not forever. We already I can't say this no yakbana. I can't say now. But once again, I really acknowledge your voice, your vocal, your outspoken. In any way, you speak truth where the truth needs to be said. May God bless you, and we will keep respecting you.
Amen.
God bless you, sir.
Amen. We say, for a big caller, where we so we take this last caller from America. We call it a day. God, there's 30 billion of Wegbe. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, caller, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Domo. Okay, now. Oh, you never put in my head, banana. Okay, I'm in Utah. Kakabo. Okay.
I want to talk about you.
I want to pack a wow. Or say, no, you have to go back on you.
Acabou.
The man boy is there. Make a make sure, make out what you see, since 1999. What I'm telling you, I don't have enough gravity. I will explain myself, I will tell myself to one of people. He knows me. I'm from Umoja. I'm from Ward 8. It's the south. So those days, Kido was my ward chairman. So I know so many of them. So must they way and all that. We are all together. So I know what those people very well.
Where is it? Acabou. Acabou.
Man, nobody says you want. Even your ballon is Boloko. I must know that the talking about a ballon. I won't let you. Where in that way are you putting up? What we going to do? When those people are there, have to be. But then now, about the guys again, I'm just not doing that. Oh, I'll do it. I never believe so. But he's a man of his word. Only one time, where's the carbon?
Where's it?
It's Domo, sir. Where's it, sir? Where's it? You are me, Baba. Domo.
Okay.
Where's
it? Yeah. All right, where you say? Where's it?
Where's it, sir? I'm on about talk, babe.
He said,
Edo amo ayo oba ile gbe wi.
He said,
Wadomo. Where's it? Why you more be say o? Wa le run do wamudia koba o.
Kakavo.
We no God agbe be o wa He said. Why we say?
Thank you for
watching.
See you all for the next podcast. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye everyone. Bye.